very important for Salon Red to show up in Google Places because it's one of the online websites that people go to look at the businesses in their local area. No one wants to go to someplace that's substandard, so we make sure that everything is filled out properly, reviews are there for them to see. It's just like an application for employment. If everything's missing, no one's going to hire you.
People today are really busy, and you don't know when they're going to want to get online, where they are in the world, and at what time of day it is.
A Google Place page is important because it's got all of our information in one spot. Our website, our phone number, you can even get directions, which I love. So it's really invaluable.
Our business has expanded because of Google Places. I think that people today, when they want to find something, they Google it before they go to a yellow page listing. I mean, I do that personally. If I do it, everyone else does it.
You can't be a modern company without using modern tools, and online is just fundamental to being in business today. We have a direct mandate to make this site as informative and useful to the consumer as possible, and if we can do that, then it's also going to be beneficial to us.
The place page is all important to us because it shows people how close or otherwise we are to the point that they're trying to make a delivery. It drives more traffic to us as a result of that. Google has really got us through this recessionary period, so I feel like they're a wonderful business partner for us.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Perfect Aim Marketing DVD. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this DVD. If you do have this DVD, then you're probably somebody that I know personally, or maybe I came up to you and just handed you one of our DVDs and told you about our company. So I want to personally thank you for taking the time to watch this DVD. I tried to make this video simple so that if you're not a technical person, you'll get value from the DVD, but at the same time, not dumb it down so much that I'm not explaining anything. So I decided that the best way to show somebody what I can do for them is to just teach them what I can do for them instead of marketing to them or trying to sell them on an idea. Just say, hey, look, this is what I can do for your company. Either this can help you or it won't help you, and leave it up to them to decide whether or not this is something that's right for them. So let's get started. Alright, so welcome back. So this is an example of maybe somebody I can help. So this is Bob, and Bob owns a barbecue restaurant. This is his restaurant. Well, I would start with his online marketing because chances are he's already doing Yellow Pages ads and he's already doing radio. He's already doing all those things. I would help him as an internet boutique marketing company. I would help him with his online advertising. So let's take a look at maybe some of the ways I can help him really get more customers, get more people lined up on that, in line there, and build his business. Alright, so here we are on the home page of Google, and we're going to type in barbecue Pensacola. And one of the very first things that pops up, you'll notice, is that we have ads here, and we also have Google Places. So there's two ways I could help Bob. One is by targeting the ads that are on top of the search engine results pages here for barbecue Pensacola. And the second way I can help Bob is by getting his listing here, right here, to rank higher in the search engines. So, for example, this is a Google Places ad right here, and it has the phone number, it has a map, and it has reviews. So let's just read a couple of the reviews here. The smoked turkey and the sides we got were out of this world. This place was a disappointment, unfortunately. Service was food and fast, but the food was just poor quality. Got a little typo error there. Mobile review. So somebody did this on their cell phone. The sweet tea is amazing. Beans are good. Sliced pork was good. I took a picture. have to ask for special or look on the sign. The staff is nice. Food came out in 4 minutes or less. It was so fast. Fries were not seasoned, so you need to add salt.
Say you own a business. You've noticed the challenges of attracting new customers in a competitive market. So you do your research and learn that internet search is a great tool for everyone, not just big businesses. More people use online search engines, like Google, than any other media to find local information. You want to take control of your listings on Google and let customers know what you're all about. So you sign up for Google's free Google Places. In just a few minutes, you can customize how your business is listed on Google and Google Maps. You can include things like your menu options, photos of your entrees, your restaurant hours, and anything else that helps you stand out above your competition down the street. You can even add coupons that your customers can print out and use when they visit. And now you can see information about your business that you've never been able to see before. Things like who's searching for you on Google, how they're finding you, and where they're coming from when they walk in the door. This information can help you make smart decisions that'll bring you more customers. For example, you may start to see trends in the foods your customers are craving based on what they're searching for to find you. You can enhance your menu to cater to these trends. You might notice that a lot of people are coming to you from the other side of town. Maybe you could open up a sister restaurant over there. You can continually adjust your business listings on Google to improve your results based on the information you see in your dashboard. We're bringing the power of Google to you and your business. It's worth checking out. Visit google.com/places.
All right, welcome back. So you've seen the power of Google Places. You understand the power that it can have for your business, but maybe you don't see why you need to hire this out to somebody else. So now I want to talk about why you should choose Google Places plus Perfect Aim Marketing as your business partner. So for one, let's go over a couple of the things you would have to do all by yourself in order to do Google Places. One of the first things you'd have to do is go out and build high quality backlinks. Most people don't know this, but Google Pages works the same way to rank its pages as any other website. It looks at backlink structure, and it looks at how many quality backlinks from other websites are pointing to your website, and specifically how many web pages are pointing to your Google Places page to begin with. So traditional SEO plays a huge role in local marketing. So one of the things you'll have to do as a business owner, if you plan on doing this by yourself, is figure out how you're going to build a couple of hundred to 1,000 high quality backlinks to your site. That's if you want to rank number one on Google Places. If you don't mind being on page 3 or 4 for your business, or even further back, that's fine. It also depends on where your area is. Excuse me. If you're in a highly competitive area, say such as Pensacola, which I used in my example earlier, and somebody types in barbecue Pensacola, there's only 5 spots available. So if there's 15, 20 restaurants for that same theme of barbecue, then you're going to be on page 2 likely, or page 3 or 4, or maybe even further back than that, and you're not going to get that number 1 position. And when it comes to getting found and getting more business, number 2, being on page 2, is like not being on the internet at all. So it really is important that if you want to do Google Places, it's free to go. Anyone can go create a Google Places page. It's free to do so, and if you haven't already done it, you should go ahead and create one, or I can create one for you. But if you haven't, it's really easy and simple to sign up for a Google Places page. The difficulty, why you should hire this out, is to get that number 1 position, or to get on that front page, which is going to make all the difference for your business. So that's building high quality backlinks is one of the first things, first reasons you should hire out your Google Places package to someone else. All right, let's move on to part 2. Alright, so we covered backlinks, so now we're going to cover citations and what I call other places. So the way Google works is Google is a pretty complex algorithm. It looks at how many other pages like Google Places are talking about your business. So you may or may not be familiar, but there's actually quite a few different websites. As a matter of fact, there's over 300 different kinds of websites that are similar to Google Places that review your business. So one of the things that we do is we go through that entire list, and we have a pretty exhaustive list of different websites that are like Google Places, and we go in and we put your company information in, and we keep those updated, because the more recent you have changed your profile information and updated the information, Google looks at that and says, okay, so this business is taking their business seriously, they're updating their information, they're keeping it fresh, they're really working hard on getting found on Google Places. So Google Places looks at all the other different websites, what we call citations, from these other kinds of similar websites, and says, okay, the more citations this Google Place page has, the more relevant it is for this particular area, this geographic area. And it has to be it's very important that your citation pages match up. So if you decide to do this yourself, not only do you have to go out and find all these websites where that you need to be on, but you have to make sure that your information matches. So it's very important that you don't get anything wrong and that all your information matches, so that Google can recognize that it's for the same Google Places page. Because if you have different information on different citation pages, then Google can't recognize that you're talking about the same page. So it's very important that your business name, your address, and all that matches. If information's different, then that does not count towards your score, and that won't increase your rankings for your Google Places pages. So that's something you should, if you're going to do it yourself, that's something you need to take into account, so that when you're building your citation pages, you're not wasting your time filling out a bunch of pages and then not getting any benefit from it because you didn't match the pages. So citation maintenance is a lot of work, and it's only important if you want to be number one. It's really only important if you want to be on page one. If you don't care about page one, you're not serious about what being there, then this just doesn't matter. But if you are, and again, like I said earlier, if you're not on page one, you might as well not be on the page at all. Then this is something you're going to want to take seriously. You want to build your citation pages, or have somebody do that for you, which, hey, I just happen to do that for people. So something to consider. All right, so let's move on to reason 3. All right, so the third reason is what we call on-page SEO factors. And for people not familiar with SEO, or search engine optimization, on page simply means the things that are on your website itself matters. So your page content, the articles that are on your page, what's written on your page, the keywords that are written on your page, all have a determining factor of which Google Places pages get ranked higher or lower in the search engines. It's the same as traditional SEO. As a matter of fact, one of the benefits of focusing on your Google Places pages first is that if you're getting ranked well for that search term for Google Places, then you're also probably going to organically hit those pages as well for your non-Google Places pages. So your website should show up for that keyword. Maybe it's Pensacola barbecue. It may show up twice. One as a regular search result, and two as a Google Places page, which, the more things you have on there, the better. So that's a really important factor as well, is that you need your on-page SEO should be just as solid as if you were trying to rank with regular SEO. So that's something that you may not know how to do, but if you want to look up search engine optimization, there's a lot of great websites. SEO Moz is a great free resource. I believe another one is SEO Chat. So there's a lot of them out there, a lot of resources you can check out. It's a lot of stuff and material to scan through, but if you're really serious about doing it yourself, that's what I recommend, that you go that route. You take a look at the free resources, you study on-page optimization, and you learn all the factors. And if you do that, then your Google Places page is very close to getting ranked #1. Or if you are a business owner who really wants to run their business instead of doing all this internet marketing stuff, then you can hire it out, which I recommend doing that for anything that's not your core business expertise. You should outsource. That's my philosophy for my own business as well. Anything that's not my core business expertise gets outsourced. So if it's, for example, web design, I can't design my own websites worth a flip. So I outsource that part of my business just to people that are really good at web design. So that's just an example from my end. But if there's a area that you're not an expert on, definitely recommend outsourcing it. So let's move on to factor 4. All right, so the next reason is keyword analytics. There's a lot of great information and data that you can mine from Google Analytics, which is a free tool. And we also use our own proprietary tools here at Perfect Day Marketing that allows us to analyze your website and analyze its core strengths and weaknesses. So we can better analyze how your website could be improved upon in order to rank better in the search engines. So keyword analytics is a really important factor and a very time-consuming factor that if you're going to do yourself can take hours and hours out of your day. Without the tools that can synthesize all this stuff to make it much, much faster. So we have several tools that do all this keyword analysis for us so that we don't have to spend those hours doing it by hand like most people do, most small business owners do if they're going to do their own analytics. It requires going into Google Analytics, which is usually the only tool they have available to them, and then using a spreadsheet, coming up with this information themselves. What we do is we give you free access to a free monthly report that gives you all your keyword data up front. You don't have to use any spreadsheets. You don't have to use any complicated software. If you don't want to, you don't even have to open up Google Analytics. You can just download our free report, which is a PDF that you get every month, and take a look at the report. In every month, you have access to me, so if you want to give me a call, I'd be happy to explain to you what your report says, what it means, what each factor means, how we can improve your website, what our goals are for your website. So most search engine optimization companies don't even begin to do this. I worked for a very high-end internet marketing company, which I won't name, but they weren't even doing this yet when I was working there. So we take the time to build these reports. We use a automated tool that takes a synthesis of all the different data that we collect and puts it into a PDF report that then we then send to you, and then we'll follow that up with a free phone call every month that kind of explains what it is we're doing, what your website's doing, how it's performing. So you're not just left in the dark. We're not just saying, hey, give us your money and pray this works. We're showing you results that this is actually working. And if it's not working, then this is an area that we either can improve upon, or you can turn it off if you want to. So keyword analytics is really important, and that's something that we offer that if you were to try to do by yourself would be very time consuming and really not worth your time. All right, so that pretty much covers what makes us different, why you're not going to want to do this by yourself, and what the reason you need to outsource this and outsource your business so that you can succeed locally using internet marketing.